forward. Oh, glorious! That is a special one.
Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the United Hour. I can't do this by myself as always. I am Big Phil, your host for today, and I'm joined by Devin, Kies, and Zahir. How are you guys doing?
Not bad, not bad. Good afternoon to everybody. Good evening to everybody.
We cool, we
Do
cool.
living, you know.
Just had to do a little tuck and roll now and
The
again,
drink
but
empty, but
we good.
Perfect. Yeah, and as always, make sure to like and subscribe to the
after drinking
United.
early, so I don't ice.
All right, we'll get back to you, Zahir. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out where we should start today because there's a lot of topics to discuss. I don't know. Let me start here first. Now, United have made their first signing of the summer transfer window, and it just happens to be that it is Eminem. And I'm not talking Marshall Mathers, I'm talking Mason Mount from Chelsea for a fee of 55 million plus 5 mil add-ons, right? Um, and obviously, like we were linked with Mason Mount for a good 2-3 weeks. We saw that, there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of bids submitted. There were two bids submitted by United, and both of them were rejected. Um, but then I think there were direct talks between the club and Manchester United on Mason Mount because the player was adamant that he was going to leave the club, right? And lo and behold, the deal got wrapped up a couple days ago, and now Manchester United made it official, right, with regards to him posing with Eric Ten Hag and um, showing off the jersey, and other videos are out there circulating, right? I want to go around the panel and ask you guys, what do you think about this Mason Mount signing? Does he walk straight into the first team? And if so, how will he be utilized in the first team if he walks straight into the first team? I'll start with you, Devin. What do you think about it? Does he walk straight into the first team?
Yeah. So for me, let me see what I think it's a good signing, especially when you think of the purposes. Like people are forgetting that we are going to have a significant problem with our homegrown players coming up very soon. So if you look at the likes of who could potentially be leaving our club as well. Remember, and what people also forget, Ronaldo was counted as homegrown as well. So remember, I think you have to have 8 players that are homegrown on your side, and so this bringing him in, I think that has something to do with this transfer fee as well too. So this kind of alleviates somewhat of the problem with that for us. Yeah, I think he slots right into the starting 11 in place of Ericsson, to be very honest. Because yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with Fred. He could potentially be leaving. So it will be short there. McTominay could potentially be leaving as well too. So, and that's another homegrown player that we could potentially be losing too. So from those standpoints, yeah, it makes sense to do that signing. And it was also a little bit cheaper than what we would have had to pay for Caicedo. When of course there's potential of FFP potentially hampering our spend, which allegedly I'm hearing mixed things about that. But yeah, to me it makes sense.
What are you thinking, Kev? What were your thoughts when you heard we were linked with Mason Mount? And now that we've signed it, does he slot straight into the first team, or does he come off the bench in certain games? Talk to me.
Uh, I was trying to figure out what it is was going through Ten Hag mind, right? I mean, I have no issues with Mason Mount, being very honest, right? I think it's a very good signing, right? He just had that one off season, right? But there was something in him that um Ten Hag knew him from since Ten Hag was in is Vitesse or Utrecht, one of them, right? And like Ten Hag was still a big admirer about him, and Ten Hag could sign Ten Hag could sign one of Trinidad and Tobago midfielders. I will trust Ten Hag.
Oh, right. I mean, just to add on to what Kes said. So Mason Mount was on loan to Vitesse Arnhem and the Eredivisie, and Ten Hag was impressed when Ajax had to play Vitesse Arnhem, and he's been a big admirer of Mason Mount since then, right? So now that he's finally got his guy, um, I guess he would. And this is my opinion. I think he would slot into the first team, but I don't know what Zahir thinks.
Yeah,
Zahir,
walk
same
straight
as
in.
here.
Walk straight in.
Oh yeah. So you'll also Cassie think he will walk straight into the first team.
Walk straight in.
Okay, perfect. Let us know in the comments what you think. The question posed to the panel was, what do you think about the Mason Mount signing? And does he walk straight into the first team or does he come off the bench? Zahir, what are your thoughts? When you unfreeze yourself as well.
Not a signing, right? From what we gather, he's a versatile player, so he can do the job that Ericsson usually does. He has shown that he can do the job that Bruno supposed to be doing, right? I'm not sure how defensively solid he would be. Therefore, I don't expect him to be an understudy or do the job that Casemiro is supposed to be doing. So I think we still need to get somebody to be doing that in the long term. But as to whether or not he's going to walk onto the starting lineup, of course he's going to walk onto the starting lineup for one reason and one reason only, because they gave him this number. And you don't give a man this number and don't start him. But in case anybody have any doubts, I don't agree with him getting this number. Can you see the name above this number on the hat?
We can talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later, Zahir. That is later on in the program, right? So I just want to know what are your thoughts on Mason Mount signing. I just want to know if he'll walk straight into the first team. Was he a signing that you looked for? Yeah.
Well, we get rid of the dead horse. We get rid of the dead horse and we buy a new mount. So we gotta ride him. What I'm gonna tell you. Into the sunset we go.
Fair enough. Let me get some comments in, but before we get some comments in, I just want to share this here quickly. So, with regards to Mason Mount, right? In appearances and starts and minutes and a few categories here as well too, right? He has been Chelsea's best player since debuting for them, right? He was crucial to them winning the Champions League. But I mean, last season kind of was a write-off for Chelsea. Everybody was terrible in that Chelsea squad, right? So just thought I would share these stats with you guys and whoever is on watching this as well too, right? But let's get through some comments, right? So let's stop sharing that and let's get through some comments. I have Courtney Andrews on the inside. Good afternoon to you as well, Courtney. Thanks for tuning in, right? Jeffrey Griffith, thanks for tuning in as well. This face looks like it's looking at the clouds, like a whatever face. Are you a Chelsea fan? Are you a Manchester United fan? Let me know in the comments, Jeffrey. I mean, I can understand if you're a Chelsea fan, but as a United fan, if you're giving this face, I don't know. Martin Phillip on the inside. Good afternoon to you as well, Martin. Thanks for tuning in once again. Right, and let's get through couple more comments. Meldon Seat Prasad. Hopefully I pronounced it right. Thanks for tuning in. 8 English players. So is he saying that 8 English players must be registered?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He was referencing when I was talking about the homegrown rule.
Oh, okay.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say we do get rid of the likes of, let's say, Scott and Maguire. That means we have to look for 2 more players to replace them, or do we go in the academy? Not to just off a topic, but
Yeah, it would be the options of probably promote some of the youth up into the first team squad, because
Yep.
I think they just have to be named in the 25-man roster. They don't have to be on the match day squad, but just so that we have that, so we meet the quota is what could happen.
okay, just checking. Cool.
Because you could potentially be losing. Let's see, you could lose Tom Heaton, who he counts as homegrown as well too. You could be losing Maguire. You could be losing McTominay. We don't know what's going to happen with Greenwood, but he's homegrown as well too. So it's we could be in a situation with that, but nobody's really talking about that.
Okay, perfect. President Chad is
And
saying
we already lost Uncle Phil.
we already lost who?
He's talking about Phil Jones, but he wasn't even in our squad. So
We already
that
lost.
doesn't really-
All right.
No, but we already lost him, so he gone.
Okay. Jeffrey Griffith is saying I'm not
So
too keen on.
and
Okay. I can see why some United fans are not keen on Mason Mount, but let us know in the comments, Jeffrey, again, why you're not too keen on Mason Mount. Let me add one more person to the stream. Oren. That's your
Hey, that's my name. How you doing?
pretty good, man. I am. How you're doing? Well.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Busy day, but I'm doing good.
Perfect. If memory serves me correct, President Chad said you are from Jamaica.
Yeah, born and raised.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the program.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, guys.
Better
You
late
might,
than
you might
right?
be on, Orang, you might be on Zahir and Kessa's bad side after what Jamaica did to Trinidad the other day.
I didn't watch that morning.
It's a good. We had our young talents, man. They showed out. You know, the future looks good. You know, but minus a few things that always set Jamaica back. But the future looks good with the talent that we have.
It wasn't Jamaica.
It was the EPL.
It wasn't Jamaica who do that. It was the English Premier League.
The Premier League.
Yeah, Mikel Antonio.
Mikel Antonio, Demari Gray, Leon Bailey. We got 4. And
The
then we
other
got
young man from Fulham is the Premier League do that.
All right, well, we can talk
The reggae boy.
another time. We can talk about that another time. Mark Lewis is saying, "Blessed evening to the gentleman. Blessed evening to you as well."
Blessings.
Coco Pebbles is saying, "Good night, folks." Well, it's still sun outside for me here, but I guess where you are is maybe nighttime, right? So you never know, right? So Jeffrey came back and told us why he's not keen on Mount. Overpaid. Well, that's like almost the entire United squad. Only had one kind of deep. Nah, I think Mason Mount had a good. He has been starting for Chelsea since 20. Is it 2020 or 2019? I think it's 2020, but I think
2019.
2019. Okay, yeah. Other than last season, Mason Mount has probably been Chelsea's best player, right? Somehow he's being praised as this savior. I don't think United fans are praising Mason Mount as like the final piece of the puzzle or like, somebody we needed, right? Like if you had to compare the squad now to last season, I would say that us signing Casemiro was kind of like leaning towards like more of a savior, right? But I mean, we always needed a DM, right? Let me get Oren's opinion on the question, right? What's your thoughts on Mason Mount signing for Manchester United? Does he walk straight into the first team? Or does he like gradually come off the bench and do his thing? Talk to me.
I think like getting acclimated with the team first. I mean, from a coach's point of view, if I was coach, I would have kind of like feel him out, see how we gel with the team. So I wouldn't actually have him come out straight out the gate. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, he'll be able to attend the games versus Arsenal up in New York, so I can actually get to see him shine. But as far as seeing him play a lot for Chelsea, I personally didn't see him a whole lot play. I know who the player is, and I know he's a good player. I was kind of actually shocked by the signing, but hey, right now I think we can take anyone we can get that's really really good that can help us out. But I feel like coach have a direction he's trying to get the team to go in, and I think he's up to something. So I'm gonna trust him on that decision to get him inside the club.
Yeah, well said. And I just give my short opinion. Um, Mason Mount is an upgrade on the likes of Fred and Scott and Christian Eriksen, in my opinion. He's mobile. He has a bit. He adds a bit of versatility as well, and I think he walks in. I think everybody shares the sentiments of him walking into the first team. My opinion, it will be probably be, and we can spend probably maybe 2 or 3 minutes discussing this. I think, and this is just me, I think that Mason Mount may play slightly ahead of Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro. I think so. It may set up as Bruno in the 10 and maybe Casemiro and Mount holding, but I myself think that that may be the setup, but maybe it will be Bruno dropping deep with Casemiro and Mount playing that 10. I don't know what you guys think.
No, I sense that. I sense a change in formation was coming there every time he signaled to Mount, right?
Mm.
Even Mount himself said the discussions he had with Ten Hag, right? And even in the signing, Ten Hag told him he wants Mount to be his best player, his prime player, like something along that lines. So it have to have something that Ten Hag's seeing that we don't see. Ten Hag's cooking something in his head.
Fair enough. No, I definitely agree. So I got the opinion of you guys and also people in the comments as well. Let me get one more comment before we get some other opinions on Mason Mount. Paul Williams, thanks for joining. Saying Mason Mount is a good player, and we have to remember Ten Hag himself wanted Mason Mount. I trust Ten Hag, and yeah, I totally agree with that. Now we have gotten the opinion of us United fans on the Mason Mount signing, right? But I was key to figure out what Chelsea fans thought of Mason Mount moving from Chelsea to a rival club. So let me see what some Chelsea fans have said. Interesting. Okay.
Better much.
Let me
You see what they did to his Twitter account?
Yes. So apparently, I think, and it is official, not official. No, I don't say the word official, but they were, was it spamming Mason Mount's account and got it put in Twitter jail? That's what it is.
They were reporting his account for something, and because so many people reported that account, it got disabled.
Oh, okay, interesting. Let me get another Chelsea fan's opinion.
What do you expect from fans of the worst club in London?
True. Like I said, let me get the opinion of another Chelsea fan on Mason Mount signing for Manchester United.
What do you expect from them?
Mason Mount, you're a snake. I thought I could trust you, and this is what you get. I can't believe you have betrayed us like this, and we will never forgive you.
I like it.
Well,
It's funny because at the end of the day, she still bought the shirt. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You think about it from that standpoint, like okay, you do all that just for show, or
No, no,
whatever.
but I try to realize,
You still could have sold that to somebody else or whatever, but you just
is
wasted
that how
all that money there.
much she was talking with?
I
On
think.
plastic and it can't break?
Yeah.
I know. We ain't gonna dive too deep into that, but I mean, those are the opinions of Chelsea fans after Mason Mount signed, right? Now, what was more trending today was the number that Mason Mount got, which is the iconic number 7 jersey at Manchester United. Now, I say iconic because we've seen the likes of Cantona, David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, just to name a few iconic players. That's George Best as well too. Yep, they have donned the number 7 shirt, right? But though other players have donned the number 7 shirt, like Antonio Valencia, Memphis Depay,
Alexis
Angel
Sanchez, Angel Di
Mariah
Maria,
Carey, Alexis Sanchez, Michael Owen, and
Edinson Cavani. Yeah.
they haven't,
Di
let's say,
Maria.
to these kind of names like the Ronaldos, Cantonas, Besses, David Beckhams, right? Um, so Mason Mount, midfielder, gets the number 7 shirt that has been donned by strikers and wingers, right? What do you guys think about that? Now, apparently, the title of this podcast is has the number 7 shirt lost its significance at United, right? Tie that into your answer in terms of like, has it lost its significance, and what do you think about Mason Mount getting the iconic number 7 jersey? I can start with Orion first, since you came in last, right? So I'll start with you.
No, you know what? That's a very good question. But I'm just trying to remember the last person to put on the number 7. Was it Depay?
Ronaldo.
Or I mean
Ronaldo.
apart from Ronaldo, because I mean you said when he said iconic,
Cavani,
I'm thinking about those guys. But besides
Cavani before that, it was Cavani before that.
was Cavani. I think the 7 has watered down a little bit.
Okay.
I think because we just haven't found that person yet as who can step into those big shoes that some of the players that you just mentioned, like you had the Beckham and Ronaldo, such and such. We really haven't found it. So, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of emphasis hasn't been placed on the 7 lately. I think that's probably gone in those years. I think honestly, I kind of feel like somehow we kind of recognize it, but we kind of slowly moved on from that.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
I'll also just drop a little. I'll just drop one comment and then I'll hand it over to Zahir, who has been eagerly waiting. Couple weeks ago, we saw a lot of pictures surfacing of Garnacho in the number 7, and most people were kind of thinking, okay, well, yes, it kind of makes sense, but is it too early to put the pressure on him after signing the contract, right? Because he's not even 20 years old as yet. So most people thought it would have gone to Garnacho, but apparently Mason Mount has it no, right? Zahir, unmute yourself and talk to me about number 7, Mason Mount. Does it really matter? Talk to me.
Well, it matters to me.
Okay.
I can understand the argument that is being made of it just being a number, right? I'm looking at Robert's comment in the chat, and I'm tending to agree to him. It's almost sacrilegious to blame Sir Alex for anything, but Sir Alex is the one who gave the number 7 to a bloody scouser when we made his entire Premier League career irrelevant by giving him a winner's medal. Right? The man had not one damn memorable thing in Liverpool to talk about and come to Manchester and win the Premier League. Right? But for me, my heart will always have a special place for the number 7 because of Eric Cantona. That was the first number 7 that stood out for me. I wasn't here for the Robson days, so Cantona was my thing. That's why Cantona is on the hat. Big shout out to my boy Devin for the hat, right? But I agree that Mount has to now make his legacy because let's put it this way: he can't be worse than Di Maria and Depay and Sanchez. Because if he was than that partner, we in real trouble. So he can't be worse than either of the three or all three combined. Therefore, let's see what he can do. Maybe it's a chance to reinvigorate the mystique and the aura of the number 7. Something that I do think Cavani was doing pretty well in his first year. And then he handed it over to Cristiano, who started off well, and we all know how that ended. So I'll give Mason a shot at it, right? If for some reason, after a year or 2, he just not living up to it, or hand over that number. And I do not agree that Garnacho is ready for it. As talented as the young man is, the young man has already shown that he's hot-headed and he has issues with his temper on the field. And I think the burden of the number 7 would have weighed heavily on the young man. So let the youth pump up a little bit, let him develop himself a little bit, and then we go pass from Mason on to Garnacho. We'll see what will happen.
All right, fair enough. Before I go to Kes and Devin, let me go through some of the comments here. Well said, Zahir. With regards to Dixie Ann, welcome. She's saying good evening, followed by the comment. Chelsea fans are fickle, you know. Boy. Best you say it than me, right? We could spend a whole show on Chelsea fans and Man City fans, but that's a different show for a different time. President Chad is saying, if Chelsea fans hate it, it makes the move even better. Yeah, because they sold their best player.
Exactly.
They sold the best player, right? Martin is asking, Big Phil, are you serious? Chelsea fans, yeah? That is... It's funny because we did a show, I think, 2 days before the Ronaldo signing to Manchester United, Ronaldo back, because if memory serves me correct, Ronaldo was being linked with Man City. And myself and other members of the United Hour, we had a Ronaldo jersey and we were ready to burn it. And then lo and behold, Fabrizio Romano announced Ronaldo return. Probably the most tweeted tweet of all time, right? But anyway, that's Chelsea fans, Martin. That's Chelsea fans for you, right? Adrian Duncan saying, like them get them jersey for free. Nevertheless, I'm enjoying this. I think we all are. We all are, right? And we got 2 more comments. One from Robert. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Controversial take. So Alex ruined the number 7 by giving it to Michael Owens. Okay. The number 7 hasn't been iconic for a long time. Mason has to make a new legacy. Okay, fair enough. I see where you're going with the whole ruined it by giving it to Michael Owen, right? But wasn't it given to Antonio Valencia before Michael Owen, or am I wrong? Yeah, I think maybe at that time it could have been ruined, right? So but anyway, I get one.
Also, don't forget that I think that season Valencia won United's Player of the Year. So when he got it, if memory serves correct. So when he got it, everybody was saying, "Yeah, a winger and a 7 makes sense."
Fair enough, yeah. And Jeffrey is saying, Jeffrey is saying, I would have given Garnacho one more season. And once he develops properly, give him the number 7. I could work with that. Yes. Talk to me about the whole number 7. Has it lost its
Alright. No, yeah. I was kind of seeing that Garnacho may have gotten the number 7, but I was one of them saying that too soon for him. That too soon for him. Not this season, not next season. If he could show me he could dethrone Rashford on that left, hands down, game that. Right? Now, Ten Hag, even before he came to Manchester United, Ten Hag he know the essence and history of this club. And he will not get our 7 while so. Like I said earlier, there is something cooking in Ten Hag's mind where Mount is concerned that we haven't seen yet, we don't know yet. Right? Because to give that number 7 is ruthless. And I'm loving it. Right? Okay. Mount had to live up to what Ten Hag believe, right? And ride that wave, ride that pressure. Right? Now, when I say Ten Hag ruthless, I need him to be ruthless throughout the entire squad.
Let me ask you a question, Cass. So does Mount have to live up to the number 7 or live up to building a new legacy, or a bit of both?
A bit of both. A bit about like what Robert Wallace had said, it kind of has watered down, right?
Yeah.
So let Mount build that new legacy, bring back the iconic number 7, and I really believe for whatever reason Ten Hag seen him, he will do it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. What's your thoughts, Devin?
I was actually very surprised that he got the number 7 shirt right off the back, because the way I saw this happening for the season, I saw a whole number of merry-go-round with Phil Jones leaving. That meant Varane could get number 4 like he wore before. That also meant Mount. In my opinion, I thought Mount was going to get the 19 shirt because he wore that at Chelsea and he also wears that for England. So to me, that made sense in my head. So to see him get the 7 shirt like this and so early, I'm still very baffled by it, to be very honest. I thought it was going to be Garnacho's in the making. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be this season or next season that he would get it. But yeah, I'm still really surprised by it. But maybe it was something that Ten Hag said, no, you're getting the shirt because I want you to live up to the legacy. Like, you remember what Sir Alex did with Ronaldo, where he did not want the shirt at first, but Sir Alex was like, no, you're getting the shirt. So we don't know if that could come out in the future or not. But yeah, now he has to live up to not only creating the United legacy, but he has the pressure of number 7 on his back as well too. So let's see if he can live up to it.
If memory serves me correct, Ronaldo wanted number 21 from Sporting Lisbon days, right? Or was it number 14?
I don't remember the exact number. I just know that it wasn't 7.
Right.
I think it was 23.
23. Yeah. I was thinking Jordan's number as well too, right? But I was like, nah, not 23. But yeah. Just to echo what Devin said, this is just as surprising as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer giving Harry Maguire the captain orange bat in his first season for me. This is just as surprising, just as baffling as well too, right? I can understand why fans would want Garnacho to want to get the number 7, and I can also understand why fans wouldn't want to give Garnacho the number 7 early, right? But I don't want to disagree with Kes, but Kes, I would say I want Mount to live up to I want Mount to make his own path and build a legacy for himself, and then be given the number 7 jersey, if that makes sense, right? If that was a future plan of Ten Hag's, right? But still kind of baffled, right? Is it watered down? Let's just say our last couple of number 7s haven't lived up to, like I mentioned, the George Besses, the Cantonas, the David Beckhams, the Cristiano Ronaldo, first time around, right? So, yeah. It's funny. I was sent a video today the caption is when Garnacho finds out that the new signing is getting his idol's number, what would Garnacho do? right? And I was sent this here. That is what I was sent today, right? Let me go through some more comments. Let me add back Zahir to the stream.
Just now, one other thing, right? That should be one of the hardest slap of a wake up call to Sancho.
Ooh.
Because remember, Sancho, right? When he was coming from
Correct.
Dortmund, it's like everyone was saying he was destined to get at number 7. This season coming here. If he not sold this summer, this is make or break season for him, especially him.
It's funny what it's funny what you're saying, Cass, because a lot of people are saying if you put the plus sign between Sancho's number right now, you're supposed to get 7, Think about it. Right?
That was the reason he took the 25.
Correct. Good point. Good point. Where do we move from here? We talked about the iconic number 7 jersey. I want to ask you guys one question, and then we're going to go into a hypothetical, right? So the obvious question is, who else do you think we need to sign this summer transfer window? I was thinking to say either this summer transfer window or before preseason, right? But and maybe your answers could be different. Actually, let's do that. Who do you think we need to sign before preseason? Who do you think we need to sign before the summer transfer window's out? Your answers could be different. Your answers could be the same. I'll start with you, Devin.
Yeah, I would say there's 2 positions right now that are very needing right now, and that is goalkeeper and striker. We don't know what's happening with David De Gea. The way the club treated him on the way out is absolutely abysmal, absolutely shameful. So if he leaves, I would not be surprised after that. Thank you very much. But it's wrong what the club did to him. With that being said, do you really want to go into this with Tom Heaton as the number 1? So I think that the club put in their first bid for Onana today or yesterday, something like that. So it seems that they're going in the right direction with that. The next thing now we got to figure out is, depending on player sales now, get some extra funds in, go after a striker. Now it's I don't think that we'll be able to get Harry Kane, because I think Daniel Levy is just going to play hardball with that the whole time. So it's all right, who next can we go after? I know there's Rasmus Højlund, but they still want ridiculous amounts of money for him. There's the Frankfurt guy, I forget, it starts with a K.
Cool.
I remember.
Colomani. That's his name. Colomani.
I can't remember offhand, but I know there's him.
He's a guy. He's a guy almost saying Argentina in the World Cup. Almost.
There's I think is it Benfica? The Gonzalo Ramos is another name that's being thrown around.
Yeah, Gonzalo Ramos.
So goalkeeper and striker.
That one died on a lot.
So goalkeeper and striker for me, and then like I said, I am sold on Andre Onana taking a number 1 shirt, because what he did in that Champions League final, even though I know he conceded, he still impressed me a lot. I paid a lot of attention, especially with distribution, and it was spectacular.
Kess, any signings we would need before either preseason or summer transfer window closes?
As Devin said, right? That goalkeeper and striker is ASAP, needed as early as last week, right? And I still do believe that both Onana and Højlund will be completed, if not before the first preseason game next week. It will be completed before they depart to go to the US. Right? So Marshall might get a couple of games in to prove himself. Right? But during the length of the transfer window, there are two other players. And I have been a fan of this one since the World Cup.
Sofiane?
Right? For Morocco.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't pronounce this last name.
So for
Amrabat or something. So.
yeah, so for Yan, I'm a Rabat man.
And then there's the Monaco defender,
Desai,
right?
Desai, yeah, Axel Desai.
And I think they will come. Those two will come particularly after the player sales. I keep hearing rumors. This one interested. Get it over and done with. We might actually get a bidding war for McTominay, which is good. Because there's 2 or 3 clubs in for him.
Totally agreed. I come down to Orion. Orion, you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah. Same question to you. So far, Devin and Cass have mentioned. Well, Devin has mentioned a goalkeeper and a striker. Cass has mentioned goalkeeper and a midfielder, and also special mention to Martial getting his chance to prove himself, but still needs a striker. Any players or any positions you can think we would need before preseason?
I think I'm gonna echo a little bit what Devin said. We definitely need a goalkeeper. We definitely need a goalkeeper, and I've been saying it for a while too that we also need like a dominant striker. We need somebody like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Marcus had a phenomenal year, but I just feel like we need somebody else to complement him as well. And right now, I mean, I'm going out on a limb. This would never happen, but the Mbappe thing's still kind of floating out there. I'm not sure if that's something that we can probably pull off when the monies that we have for the club and everything like that. I doubt it, but it's just the only player that right now I can actually think of like standing out to me that I would rush to buy a freaking jersey. I don't care how much that jersey costs. Just to actually see him on the pitch for United.
We're gonna get back to something you said, Orion, later on. Zahir, talk to me. What striker? Oh, sorry, not strikers. What players or what positions you think we would need before preseason?
Had to be a goalkeeper first, because under no conditions should Dean Henderson be going on any preseason tour with this club. In fact, if I was manager of this club, he wasn't even coming back from Forest. Fine, you could go on an extended holiday, brother. When you're load done, I don't want to see you back at Carrington, right? Unless you're cleaning out your locker, because you make some sneaky, nasty little snide comments about the club when you out on loan and you're still a member of this club and we still paying part of your damn salary and you want to play you as big man in the dance? Nah, right? So I don't want to see he anywhere near my team again. So please God, let me get that raffle. This is not a raffle. I don't know how much chance Martial need. The last time the man went on a preseason tour and started to look good on tour, the man break down by the first game of the season. Right? So he cannot cut the mustard. He has to go. Therefore, we need a striker. Goalkeeper, striker, and while you go on tour with your new goalkeeper and your new striker, you're going to leave the number 5 back home so we can finally sell Iras and get a new CD. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well said. So this is just my opinion. I agree with what everybody has said, but just to go to more in-depth analysis, I think a goalkeeper needs more time to adapt to a team based on the system. I also think that a striker also needs more time to adapt to the system. In my opinion, midfielder definitely is a need as well for backup because we're going to be playing 4 competitions this season again. But a goalkeeper and striker are definitely will need more adaptation to the system and to the players versus like a midfielder, right? But yeah, we could come on to this final topic, which is not Man United related, but Man United related, and I'll tell you why, right? So we saw today right? I was getting so many notifications on my watch from Fabrizio Romano, and it was all dealing with Kylian Mbappe and PSG and the whole drama surrounding Kylian Mbappe, saying that he will wait until 2024 to renew his contract, and then the president of PSG is saying Kylian Mbappe will be given 1 or 2 weeks to make a decision because we won't be selling the best player in the world for free, which is truly right in terms of like you're not be selling your priced asset for free, and this is referring to Kylian Mbappe next season, right? Now, going back to last summer or 2 summers ago, Florentino Perez, president of Real Madrid, said that we will wait till Mbappe is on a free to negotiate with him, right? Or when it's close to the winding down of his contract in the last few months, we will wait to negotiate with him. So it seems to me that Real Madrid want Kylian Mbappe on a free, which in my opinion means they will wait next year. Now, I know Oren jumped the gun a little bit, but I pose this question to you guys right now. President of PSG has given Mbappe 1 or 2 weeks to decide to either sign a contract or we're going to sell you, right? Now, let's think positive here. Let's say we have the takeover deal done by next week or in 2 weeks' time, just in time for Mbappe to make his decision. Do you think? Because let's be real, if Mbappe does not make it, if Mbappe's decision is to not sign a new contract, that means he has to be sold. And I can't think of any clubs that would want to pay upwards of 200 million for Mbappe. I was told that Real Madrid had 400 mil. 100 mil already went to Jude Bellingham. That means they have 300 mil left. They aren't going to spend that type of money in their budget for just to have 50 mil left, right? But anyway, enough of my rambling. Is it possible that should the Qataris take over Manchester United the same time Mbappe has to make a decision on his future, that he could possibly be signed as the Qataris' first signing for Manchester United? I know Oren says it's unlikely, but that's a question that I posed to quite a few people today when I was at work, right? So I leave the floor open to you guys. I'm not going to pick on anybody to start. The floor is open.
I would say go for it. Because also, don't forget him and Rashford are also very good friends as well too. So you could have think about a Mount, Bruno, Rashford. And then that to me is a very lethal attack, and especially if we put Anthony on the other side and think about the speed that we have with our wingers and our striker at that point. That'd be some real beautiful football we'd be playing if we did that. So I would entertain it. It's just now, how much is it going to cost?
Let's say money. Let's say money is not an issue. As I told people, oil passes through Qatar and Saudi Arabia, just two places, and also other places in the world in the Middle East. Once their car is on the road, once you are cooking in your kitchen, oil will always be needed, right? So let's say money is not an issue. Technically, it's not, but I don't know. Cass, sorry for interrupting you. What were you going to say?
Nah, I think if Qataris take over at that time, they will want to flex their muscle, their spending power. And yeah, they will go after Mbappe. Right? But something just kind of tickle my brain there now. Just playing the devil's advocate.
Yeah, tell. Let me play devil's advocate here, man. Yeah, come.
Suppose the Glazers
here's the
is who
here's the
purchased.
thing, right?
Where is I want Cass to be devil's advocate. This show getting spicy. Come, Cass, talk to us, man.
would we run out and buy that Mbappe jersey if it's Glazer still in charge and they throw that money to get Mbappe just so they can get on the United fans' good side?
That will never happen. And
Because that is a
my, my
T-shirt that
original
is.
my original statement was that
Never happened.
if the Qataris take over, would you entertain Mbappe, right? We ain't care about the Glazers no more. We ain't care.
Never happened.
I can come back to you, Cass, but I want. I
Man said this only happening if the Glazers won. Yes, he did, right?
Yeah.
You all remember back to the early days of volleyball when Ollie was at the wheel, Martial up top, Mason on the right, and all three used to interchange beautifully, and we were playing some wonderful football. And in that season, I think Martial and Rashford, both of them had double-digit
20
goals for
plus
the
goals.
season, right? Remember way back when that happened? Right. So, in hypothetically, you get an Mbappe, it allows you to have that interchangeability with him and Rashford up top again, right? Because both of them would be immensely comfortable on the left-hand side, right? I would like to think Kylian would be a little more effective as a centre forward than Marcus.
Let me come to you. Sorry, you
Probably
did
because of the slight difference in their skill sets, right? And the person in that trident. So in a purely hypothetical world, once Ten Hag and the Qataris sell it to Mbappe as this is going to become you versus Haaland to inherit the title of greatest of your generation, why would he not come?
Okay, fair enough. Orion, now in your previous comment, you said that is highly unlikely. I don't know if I change your mind with regards to me mentioning Qatari takeover, or you're still adamant that it may not happen. But I mean, are we as United fans crazy to think that Mbappe could sign for United if the Qataris had to take over?
It's not a crazy thought. It's just from the things I've been reading and everything was pointing at first to Real Madrid actually coming out the bank and spending that type of bread. But at the same time, with the current owners right now, and we just don't know, it's kind of up in the air. I just don't see it happening. I think we probably go for a lesser player, but I don't see that happening. If it does, shit, I'm excited. I'm on the bandwagon, but I
Yeah.
just I just can't I just can't I just can't see it.
So let me dig
So
deeper. I don't know if I missed something, but why can't you see it happening? That's just me, right? Why can't you see it happening?
no, I see if you're right. If the Qatari people I take on over, I mean, cause their bank is like freaking extended. I mean, they can actually do it, but right now, if that doesn't happen, we're not gonna do that. I don't see it happening.
Okay, fair enough. And I mean, I don't think we're crazy. I say we're not crazy because Qataris own PSG. Qataris possibly can own Manchester United. So who knows, right?
Hmm.
Let me get through some of the comments before we wrap it up, right? Let me see, where do I go? Martin Phillip. United needs a striker and goalkeeper. I hope the club gets who Ten Hag have recommended. Yeah, I think most Man United fans and you as a Man City fan want that, right? So um, Jeffrey is saying priority is a centre back, goalkeeper, and a striker. A centre back, goalkeeper, and a striker. In that order, Jeffrey, or that's just a random order? Let me know what you think, right? Jeffrey is also saying he should be a baseball player seeing he likes to wear caps while keeping.
Yeah, he's talking about Dean Henderson.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that comment totally went over.
Yeah,
Jeffrey is saying Mbappe's salary is going to be too much. Yep. According to rumors or reports, it's about 140 million a year that he's looking for, which is
woo, nah.
absolutely ridiculous. That's Saudi Arabia money.
Yeah, well, you could thank PSG for that because they pretty much gave him the club to re-sign him. So now he expects that for everything else.
That man looking for chic status there, boy, with that salary.
All right.
Yeah,
you see him hanging out with Michael Rubin and all them.
exactly right. Exactly. Um, Jeffrey is saying Glazers out. Oh, psh. Yeah. This is something well known. As you can see, Zahir's hat. You can see Devin's hat. Oh yeah. Robert is saying the only target Qatar should go for is Harry Kane, Tuchemeni / De Jong. Harry Kane will not be
I
sold by Daniel Levy. Tuchemeni is being linked with Arsenal, and the whole Frankie De Jong saga. I can't go through that again. Don't get me wrong. If De Jong comes, I'll be happy, but I can't go through that whole saga again. What you saying, Cass?
no for the right amount. For the right amount, right? Because Levy quoted Kane as 100 million, right? If the Qataris take over, they will spend that money for Kane, right? But that Tuchemeni and De Jong, no, nah. We've been through enough already.
Totally agree. Martin Phillip is saying if United new owner is the oil baron, then they can buy Mbappe. I do not think Newcastle will aggressive go behind him because there is geopolitical tension between the two. Oh yeah, because Newcastle is owned by Saudi Arabia, right? Yeah, Saudi Arabians, right? So
Oh, right.
I think it's only United, possibly, and PSG that have the Qatari money, right? You're right. You guys would
That make the rivalry even more interesting.
you would take Mbappe on loan.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Um, Jeffrey is saying random, and I think he was talking about this comment here: centre back, goalkeeper, and striker. Right. Um, let's go through some memes, and after memes, we'll go through Boo Boo Man and Top Shotter of the week. Right. President Chad sent me some memes that I will take you guys through. You guys tell me what you think. Funny, not funny, haha. So the first meme is with regards to this guy here. Where is my share screen? Present, share screen. This here, yeah. So this is in relation to James Madison signing for Spurs. Now, it's a steal of a deal that James Madison did sign for 40 million, but we're bringing up some old tweets from James Madison where he says this here about Gareth Barry and the bottom tweet about Luis Suarez. And these are some attacks on Spurs, right? So it's just kind of ironic. It's similar to how it's similar to how Samuel Eto'o said he would never play for a plastic club like Chelsea. And Cesc Fabregas said the exact same thing, but lo and behold, they ended up there in the dying moments of their career, but they still ended up there, right? So that's the first meme. Let me see if I can find another meme that President Chad sent to me. This is it this here, or is it the same thing? No, let me quit that quickly. Let me see if we can bring out another meme. Yes, I I thought this was funny, but I guess it's kind of recycled. So let me just share this here quickly. Saying James Madison, dude, is saying Madison, my dream is to win many trophies at Tottenham like my England skipper Harry did. Was
Oh
Harry
gosh.
the viewer has Harry won any trophies with Tottenham? Madison, no. He dreams of it.
No, no.
Oh my
That is
lord.
that that is an insult. That is an insult.
Oh my lord. Oh lord.
No.
Oh man. Well,
But it's true though.
it's true. I know, but it is what it is, right?
The
So
only trophy that man go win at Tottenham is perhaps top scorer of all the Premier League.
fair enough. Those are the memes that were sent to me, along with the Garnacho tearing off the guy's shirt. Last segment of the show. Um, it's called Top Shotter and Boohoo Man. No, sorry, Boo Boo Man of the Week. Now, I know Orion is new, so I'll explain what both of these mean. Top
Okay.
shotter of the week is a team, or a situation where everything is going right. Nothing can go wrong. Um, Basically, everything the stars are aligned for this club, or this person has been working so hard to do this. You call them a top shotter, right? So think of any situation football related. Could be a club, could be a player, could be a manager, could be fans. You think of that, that's a top shotter where the stars align. Boo Boo Man is the opposite. Nothing is going right for this person slash fans slash club slash situation, right? Nothing is going right. Egg on their face. They're caught in a situation where everybody's laughing at them. So that's the Boo Boo Man of the week, right?
Okay.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go last, all right, and get a gist of what the other guys on the panel think Boo Boo Man and Top Shotter is, right?
Okay.
Let me start with Devin.
Let me see now. If I am going to pick, I'll start with Google Man first.
Yep.
And this was mentioned last week, but you know what? It didn't change. And so you know what? My Booba Man is the West Indies.
The West Indies.
The West Indies cricket team. So for anybody who's not aware, last week versus Netherlands, somehow they scored 374 in an ODI and found a way to lose. Then you proceed to so they got it for that. They proceed to then play Scotland and get absolutely demolished by Scotland of all countries as well. And so now they're out of the World Cup entirely. I think it's the first time ever that the West Indies will not be a part of the World Cup. So it speaks volumes about what we all spoke about this for years about the West Indies and everything, that they only care about the IPL money and stuff like that, and all they can do is play 2020. But it speaks volumes now that it's starting to show like that. So let's see now for my top shutter. I got to think about this one now. You know what? I will give it to Mason Mount. Welcome to Manchester United.
No, like it. Yes, Top Shotter, Boo Boo Man. And good call on the West Indies as a Boo Boo Man of the week. Let's say it's a situation of sports. Let's call it that. Not just football. But yeah, yes.
My Boo Boo Man, the anti-national football team. Right?
I wonder why.
No soul, no heart, nothing in that team. Just walk off. Save face, just walk off. Right? But top shutter, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi get that bag. Right? Let me read some things here for you. 55 million annual salary. Percentage on club shirt sales. A share of Apple's 2.5 billion 10-year agreement with MLS. will receive a profit share with Adidas for any increases in profit Adidas generates from being in MLS. An option for part ownership of Inter Miami upon retirement. That is what you call planning for your future. Right? You show Ronaldo something there.
I will even go further and say he's planning for his grandkids' future.
Great and
Gener-
chic status.
yeah, generational wealth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so TNT national team and Lionel Messi. Hopefully Orion getting the gist so far of what Boo Boo Man and Top Shotter is, right? Zahir, talk to me about Boo Boo Man and Top Shotter. You go tell me what you're thinking.
The Boo Man has to, without doubt, be Mr. Jadon Sancho. Because you spot the number 7 in Dortmund, you're on like a bad man, right? Dortmund lead me on a song and dance for a whole transfer summer, and we didn't get you. So that we had a rock and come back in a year later. You come down here expecting to get a number 7. Braps! Cristiano drop back in the scene. No number 7 for you. So you sit down at 2 years and you're toast and you're waiting for the number 7. Braps! Mason Mount drop down on the scene. No number 7. Take a little boo-boo man for that Jadon Sancho. You're getting a slap across your face and you're is Mikel swiftly forward in the coming season. They led the league table. I mean, we all hit them from left, right, and center for bottling it. He's addressing the problem areas in his squad. He's gotten himself perhaps one of the top central defensive players in the league in Declan Rice. He's gotten Kai Havertz, who can play anywhere across the front line, and they need a number 9 because Gabi Jesus ain't Jesus. He ain't the answer. And they are finalizing a deal for Urian Timber to reinforce the defense. So, Mikel Arteta, my boy, wherever juice you give your owners to drink, send some down the M16, please, so we can give the Glazers and convince them to sell.
No, well said, Zahir. Orion, I could go or you can go. Any players, fans, situation could be outside of football, could be football related that you think are the Boo Boo Man and Top Shotter. I could go or you can go. Totally up to you.
I think two things. It's actually outside of football.
Okay.
I mean our football. It's I think top shot is right now. I have to go with my Baltimore Ravens. I like what we did in the offseason, acquiring some good players. And I think we're ready for a Super Bowl push. Another off topic, another sport, boxing, one of my passion, one of my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to see Teofimo Lopez retire. I think that's, as far as Boo Man, I think that he made a mistake on his part. I think he need to shed ties with his dad. I think that's kind of bringing him down.
Fair enough. No, that's some good insightful information there, man. Thanks for that. My Boo Boo Man of the week only came today, and that were Chelsea fans, right? To see the meltdown they had over Mason Mount putting on not only the Man United jersey, but him just being so eager to enter the pitch on Old Trafford and talking to Eric Ten Hag and doing this here, saying, now time to go to put now to go and put on my boots now, right? That kind of sent Chelsea fans in a frenzy, sent them into Bacchanal, right?
But I forgot to mention this earlier regarding that. Did they give Juan Mata the same treatment when he transferred out to us?
I don't think so.
The only reason Juan Mata, in my opinion, is different because that happened in the January transfer window, and the season was still like halfway through, right? So I guess they had to concentrate on other stuff. But No, that's a good point as well too, right? So Chelsea fans are my boo boo man of the week, and my top shotter of the week also came in today as well. Just seeing multiple reports that the PSG president is laying down, saying, and he's being direct, Kylian Mbappe, you're the best player in the world, but we will not lose you on a free, right? You either make your decision within the next 1 or 2 weeks, or we will show you the door. That, in my opinion, is top shotter status, right? So, just to recap, Chelsea fans, Boo Boo Man of the Week, and PSG's president is top shotter of the week. Guys, it has been an amazing discussion for the last hour and let's say 15 minutes. Um, well done, Orion, on your debut for the United Hour. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Zahir, Kies, Devin, thank you very much for coming on again. My name is Big Phil, and for some reason, President Chad wanted me to share this meme before we end. I will end the show on this meme here. I know, bro.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Anyway, guys, that's it for the show, and we are out.
All right.